So today we're going to talk about Ireland and specifically CIE tours. My colleague Amanda has just gotten back from an amazing tour of Ireland, and she had such a good time that she is so excited. She was actually messaging me while she was on the tour. She's like, Christine, we've got to talk about this when I get back. I am so excited for people to do a tour like this. We have seen so much and experienced everything. So I know you had a very packed in trip. But first of all, let's start off with CIE Tours, Amanda. Why did you choose to book with them?
So we have lots of choices out there as agents, and we have partnerships with pretty much all of the companies out there. But when I did my research, the itinerary that I really liked the best was with CIE Tours. And I also loved some of the little extra things that CIE Tours offers. It sounds so silly, but they send your clients, or myself in this case, a backpack. And I'm going to show you this backpack. It's not going to be exciting, but it's a cute little backpack. And inside the backpack is a water bottle, so you can reuse it while you're traveling. Note, there was a lot of water refill stations at every hotel, so brilliant. It has an adapter. It has a luggage strap that is bright yellow and luggage tags that are bright yellow. Along with it had a little rain poncho that was made out of recycled materials, and same with the backpack. It's made out of recycled materials. CIE is also owned by the Irish government, and if you translate what CIE is in actual Gaelic, it means public transportation. So you know the company's not going anywhere. You know they're well funded, and you know they've got great contracts with the hotels and the bus company. Those were my kind of top reasons to go with CIE.
And this was a group tour that you did, a women's tour, and you
Yes.
kind of do these on a regular basis. So this time you were off to Ireland,
Yes.
and what parts of Ireland did you cover?
So we knew this was a fast-paced tour. We knew we're hitting our 15,000 steps a day without blinking. We did an Irish adventure. So we packed as much as we could. We started in Dublin. We went all the way south, Ring of Kerry, all the way up north past Belfast, and then back down into Dublin. So we definitely saw all the highlights, and it gave us all a good idea. We're like, okay, if we come back to Ireland, we want to spend more time in this area. It was a great introduction to Ireland for sure in a short amount of time.
How did you find the accents going around Ireland?
So they were pretty, pretty normal for what we expected in Dublin in the south, but it was actually up in Belfast where we noticed a really, really, really thick accent, and we had to ask for a few words to be repeated. But the server that we had at that time, he was kind of laughing with us. He says, "Actually, it's your accent that's thick." So touche, But
Fair
definitely
enough.
the accents were very thick.
Now, you actually went and did a whiskey tour at one of the distilleries, correct?
So the Teeling Distillery, and I hope I get this correct, but it is a newer distillery that's kind of being revamped from previous, and it's a brothers that own this. And we enjoyed our little tour throughout the factory, or facility, I guess you would say. And then at the end, of course, we did some sampling, and it was really great to try little flights of the whiskey, see what everybody liked and didn't like. And then we all ordered one afterwards. That was our favorite. But I did see Teeling advertised all over, just as much, maybe not as much as Guinness, but you would see Teeling as, alongside Jameson and things like that.
Now, one of your posts, you mentioned something about a whiskey ice cream, I think it was.
Yes, we had in Killarney a whiskey ice cream, chocolate whiskey ice cream. So delicious. If I had a Ninja Creamy, I would try and make this at home. So for my friends that have one, I'm pre-ordering a whiskey chocolate ice cream. It was delicious. Just one of those random finds, and you're like, okay, why not? We're here. Let's try it.
Now, did your tour include the costs of like certain meals or anything like that? How did you work it out?
I don't like being nickeled and dimed on vacation. I want to pay my price, go and just be able to be. But I also like a little bit of flexibility that if I want to shoot to a pub or I want to go to this restaurant, I can. So on the tour, breakfast was included every day. And it was a hearty breakfast. It was a traditional Irish breakfast. You're going to have your little sausages and your potatoes, your eggs, juices, teas, and coffee. So we all started the day off with our bellies full and caffeinated, which is important. Again, the reusable water bottles, the water refill stations were throughout every hotel. To me, that was really exciting to see. I hope that we can replicate that here in Canada. Most of our dinners were included If they weren't included, it's because we're in an area where there's lots of options to choose from. Some of the hotels might be located in a hotel that's a little bit outside of the city, so you're not really just going to walk around downtown and go grab dinner. And we did have a few lunches included, and the farewell dinner, our last night on the tour, was actually at this cute little pub right on the ocean. They brought in some musicians for us, and the environment is exactly what you picture yourself in an Irish pub with the music going, everybody having a great time. There's a little bit of dancing, not me, but there was some.
What were the hotels like? Were they rustic? Were they small? By comparison to what we get here in North America?
We actually did a little pre-tour. So we did a Holiday Inn and the Rio Gresham Hotel, both excellent hotels in Dublin, city center location. We walked everywhere from there. There's tourist attractions literally 2 blocks away. There's the Spire, and there's also the Portal. Great location, great hotels. And then along the tour itself, you've got a mix of mostly heritage building type hotels. Every hotel we had was great location. Bedding was super comfortable. And with 2 women in their mid-40s, we were comfortable temperature-wise as well. We had AC, heat, whatever you needed. Showers were great, good pressure, nice bathrooms, lots of space. One of our favorite hotels was in Killarney, and it was the International Hotel. And again, it's just location. It's plopped down right in the center. It's one of those towns that, during tourist season, the population, the number of people in the city is 10,000 times greater than the actual number of residents. So there's a lot of hotels to choose from, but great location. We walked everywhere as well.
And what about the shopping? Like in general, were there like sort of charming little shops all over the place?
There was your typical tourist store that's going to sell the same shot glasses, the same keychains, the same magnets everywhere. But then along the tour, what CIE tried to do was just had in some special places to shop. It's not like, their cousins, uncles, sisters shop. It's actually somewhere that's vetted. And one of those shops before Killarney was called Moriarty's. And Moriarty's is a family-run company. Everything is made in Ireland. There's nothing made in other countries sold there. It's all beautiful sweaters, textiles. We definitely did some great shopping. And then, of course, up in Waterford, we did visit the Waterford Crystals. And, of course, you should probably buy something when you visit a special factory like that.
So tell me about these travel adventure stories that you have from this trip, which were related to shopping. My travel adventure stories tend to be either me almost getting washed away by a massive wave, or I've made a mistake with my reservation and I got to throw some money at the problem. You decided to throw some money at some shops. So tell us about that story.
So I'm not a huge shopper, but I do like unique. I love artwork. I love something unique. And we were at Moriarty's and I tried on this beautiful dark teal Aran sweater with these beautiful Celtic designs in it. And I loved it, but it was just a really thick sweater. My girlfriend gives me this sweater. Beautiful. Love the color. It's so soft. Now, the first sweater I tried on was 145 euros. So I didn't even think that a sweater that was thinner and a little bit smaller than the first sweater would be a different price. So I loved it. I tried it on. I love the feel. It's so soft and cozy. So we get on the bus, and a little later, I was just happened to be checking on because there is free Wi-Fi on the bus, which is awesome. $600 at Moriarty's. They must have made a mistake. I pull out my receipt because you do get your taxes back on anything over 75 euros. So they give you a special envelope and you push your receipts in there. No, they did not, in fact, make a mistake. I, in fact, did not look at the price tag, which was 400 euros. So I have a beautiful sweater that I will forever remember to check the price tag before I purchase something. But we also did some shopping in Waterford, and just the craftsmanship that goes into the crystal, we had no idea. You just look at it on the shelf and go, fancy, pretty, expensive glasses. But I did purchase this beautiful little necklace there because, of course, there's more to life than just glasses. It's caught my eye immediately, and they had some beautiful rings, and this was not $600.
So CIA tours, you said they're owned by the Irish government. So are they exclusively just for Ireland, or if people are loving the sound of this and how well organized the tour was? Because I'm assuming that they would gather your luggage every day and you were on the bus and it was just very organized and you didn't really have to think about anything.
Well, and that's exactly why that method to the madness with the backpack. So the backpack is meant for you as your carry-on. It fits perfectly above your head or perfectly under your feet on the bus. The coaches are super comfortable, lots of room. Nobody's knees were in their chest or anything like that. Your seats were rotated every day. So everybody had ample time at the front, the back, the middle, whatever you wanted on the bus. The luggage straps, they were important just to identify it was your luggage, but also the luggage tags, because all of our luggage was handled for us. So if we stopped we got into our hotel at the International in Killarney, and then even the luggage tags, everybody on the tour had a number. So they knew that if they had all X amount of numbers, they had everybody's bags. That kind of touring I would like to experience in other countries. And I've been looking with CIE because they do go to Britain, Ireland, Scotland are their main, but they've expanded into Spain, Italy, and Iceland. We were thinking about doing our next ladies group in March of 2027. We haven't narrowed down the destination, but some of the top contenders are Iceland, Scotland, and maybe Britain, we're not sure, and also Spain. And a side note, maybe Portugal, we're not sure. So we'll wait and see as we put that one together in the coming months.
And so if you're interested in something like this, or you just want to do something with maybe just yourself or a friend or your family, then put a comment in the video, in the comments section below, and we can have Amanda reach out to you and, give you more information about the tours that are available. Now, Amanda, maybe tell me something about some of the other tours that you got organized. I know we're looking at potentially one of those destinations for 2027, but have you got any space on anything for 2026 still?
We do have a pickleball cruise next September, on Holland America on the Connings Dam. And that's going to be hosted by one of our fabulous agents, Chris, and his wife. And then myself and my partner, we are doing our 20th anniversary in Tahiti, and you're welcome to come with us. We'll be sailing on board the Paul Gauguin, and we'll be spending a few nights in Papeete on the beginning, and then we're hoping to head over to Moorea we got to do one of those over 4 water bungalows. You got to do it once in your life. Don't look at the price tag, just do it and enjoy every single moment that you're there. But in all seriousness, there's some great deals on the overwater bungalows for booking so early, booking a year in advance. They're almost half the price. So definitely call us and we'll get you on any one of those, the cruises or the tours. Or if you're just interested in our next ladies group, let us know. We'll add you to the list.
Well, thanks for sharing the adventures that you had, the expensive adventures and just the eye-opening adventures. It sounds like you had a really great time. And I know a lot of people are talking about this tour after seeing all your photos, because Amanda's been posting on Facebook, and there's been a lot of buzz about this tour. So Thanks for sharing.
You're most welcome, and thanks for chatting.
Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, and we'll see you on the next one.